Okay, Dota fans, we are back with Game 2 of Vega Squadron versus Double Dimension. The Necrophos, the Bane, already picked up by Vega. And Lich Doom picked up by Double Dimension. It looks like they want to try and maybe, once again, try and just keep heroes locked down. If you can get the Doom onto the Bane, it means that you're going to make him completely useless. You can't get those Enfeebles, the Brain Saps, the Nightmares, or the Fiend's Grips off. But DD, a big flaw that they've had today is they've taken the early game aggression and they've just never been able to close out the game. Necrophos is going to be able to get a few levels once that Reaper's Scythe, you know, when he starts looking for the kills.
Dire team ban.
So it's going to be the Night Stalker, the Venomancer, the Timbersaw, as well as the Pugna ban out for the Vega Squadron. Meanwhile, on the side of Double Dimension, they ban out the Wisp, the Nature's Prophet, the Earthshaker. I'm just thinking about the last ban now as well. They're going to ban out the Nyx Assassin. So, DD, are they finally going to be... I think it's a 3-game losing streak. They won the first one against Na'Vi, but Na'Vi did come back and win 2 in a row.
10 seconds
I suppose
remaining.
they don't really want to be reminded of that.
5 seconds remaining.
Vega. What are they gonna... I mean, they could go back. The Pugna was ban out. Again, the Shadow Shaman is there. The Lich has already been picked up by Double Dimension. If you want to go for this kind of lane sustained pushy build, you could do a lot worse than something like the Dazzle or the Shadow Shaman. It means that until the Necrophos gets himself either a Blink Dagger or a Force Staff, something to close the gap, the Shaman will be able to use the Shackles, the Bane will be able to lock people down with the Fiend's Grip. And it's going to be the Clockwork. Okay, Clockwork is great for just trying to create space. Obviously, you are going to be able to engage with the hook in as well. I wonder if Vega Squadron are going to go for the lifestealer this time, as Earth Spirit is picked up by Double Dimension. Vega Squadron looking to make it 2-0 and move on to the lower bracket.
Remaining.
Hang on, let me get this right.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, so it's still the lower brackets. It's just the quarterfinals, I guess you call it. They do move on to what effectively would be the semi-finals if they win this match, up against the winner of Gambit versus Spirit. Over on BTS 3, I do believe that match is going on. So, Vega taking the time over this 4th pick. They're actually burning down right through the reserve time to discuss this, maybe thinking about all the combos that they can pick up, and it's going to be the Mirana. This is a... God, how long ago was this? TI3, maybe? A proper OG aggressive lane combo. You throw the Bane Nightmare out so the clock can walk up and get the cogs down. Mirana throws the arrow into the cogs, and Clockwork just burns people down with the Battery Assault, as well as his right clicks. The Starstorm, obviously, and the Bane using his... the Brain Drain, I guess you call it. You know, the Brain Sap, and being able to do so much burst damage through these 3 heroes. You'd probably give the Necrophos a safe lane. A solo safe lane if you want to do this. Or even put him in the mid. But yeah, the Bane Clockwork Mirana combo going back a good 2 or 3 years, maybe even 4, was a really effective combination. And it only leaves Vega Squadron now, after they think that out, with 2 seconds left in the reserve time. So these bans in the last pick has to be, you know, pretty snappy. They need to be right on the toes, thinking about this. Meanwhile, Double Dimension, they've got themselves effectively, are they going to run this as a roamer? We did see Roger on Navi run it as a roamer on the Doom. Whether, because they do have the Earth Spirits, this should just be an offlaner. They're going to pick up the Queen of Pain now though. Try and turn it around onto Vega Squadron.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team
They ban out
back.
the Phantom Lancer just again as a standard ban. I think that's the kind of, we don't know what to ban. We just ban out the Phantom Lancer to make sure we don't get overwhelmed, because if you do leave the PL to get a decent amount of farm, once he gets that Diffusal Blade, he does start to run over heroes.
10 seconds
DD
remaining.
have themselves 55 seconds, so a full minute to think about this ban in the next
5
pick.
seconds remaining.
And they ban out the Drow. Okay, yeah, I could see why they ban out the Drow. That would have been a good hero, the Necrophos, as well as the Miranda the Bane, with the bonus damage, being able to lock down with the clockwork and provide a barrier with the cogs to make sure that no one could actually blink onto the Drow and do a load of damage.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team picked.
Faceless Void.
And DD pick up the Faceless Void. So the Lich Queen of Pain is going to be able to combine with the Faceless Void using the Chain Frost as well as the Sonic Wave Scream of Pains to do damage to anyone caught inside the Chronosphere. But what the Vega Squadron have to really deal with this, as it looks like it is going to be the off-lane Doom Lich as well as the Earth Spirit picked up as those position 4s and 5. You've got Queen of Pain in the mid lane and now Faceless Void playing that core role. It looks like Rajik's going to be picking that one up.
Dragon Knight.
You may now select your heroes.
Okay. So G's going to be on the Dragon Knight in the mid up against the Queen of Pain. An Undershock. It looks like Double Dimensions. Did they set the names? Or is that actually a stand-in? So it is going to be Ragix on the Faceless Void. We've got Undershock on the Queen of Pain. No fear picking up the Earth Spirit. Gold on the Doom and LeBron on the Lich. Meanwhile, on the side of Vega Squadron, it's going to be G on the Dragon Knight. We've got... I really want to say that was Aloha Dance, if we take a look. No, it's actually going to be Aloha Dance on the Mirana. So this could in fact be an aggressive trial lane with the Mirana, the Clockwork as well as the Bane.
Prepare for battle.
LeBron TP's himself down, but Zayak is already down here to try and deal with this. No teams have been set. Okay. Somebody forgot to set the ticket for this game. It's okay. We're not going to blame anybody. So the smoke, is this going to be a 5-man coming in from Double Dimension? It looks like, did somebody just use a Fairy Fire? The ward is down, they see Zayak, and if they want to go for this roam in, Vega Squadron not really going to be able to do much about it, and it does look like, is this just going to be a dual lane, 2-on-2, with Zayak and the Necrophos? So Afterlife. Yeah, it looks like it is going to be the safe lane Necrophos. It could be the duel unless Zayak's just sitting there waiting to protect out. Making sure nobody roams in onto his Necrophos.
Time is money.
The score is 1 to Vega squad. They are looking to move this series to 2-0 and move on from the losers bracket, or carry on moving through the losers bracket I should say. And DD really fighting for the life. G gonna be taking a shadow strike to the face, just moves himself away. He's got that 1 point in the dragon's blood though, so the regen, what is that? It's a bonus 3 regen I want to say. Bonus 3 regen, bonus 3 armor.
No money for you.
So the cogs do come out. Is there going to be an arrow to follow up? And it looks like, I really want to say that is a Aloha Dance. Just looking at the display pics, it does look like it was picked up. So right clicking down. Oh god, let's take a look at the pictures. Let's see if I can figure this out. Never mind, but the cogs are drop clockwork, just trying to do what he can to keep Ryx away from the lanes. No Fear just sitting his way in the trees, just, I know, looking for a roll. I guess he is going to find it, and Aloha Dance is in a little bit of trouble now. He needs to run himself away. There's going to be the time walk forward. This could be the first blood. Is there going to be one more right click? It's going to be enough for the cogs. Trap him in. The arrow comes through. This could be a return kill going the way of, in fact, it's going to be the clockwork, and it's going to be effectively a double kill. There's Vega now. Aloha Dance just using his his tangos to heal himself back up. He's got 6. Zayak, with the brain sap available, he throws the nightmare out first just to be able to pick up this rune and walk himself away. Proper cheeky that, mate. Meanwhile, top lane, the boulder roll comes in, so No Fear is going to be able to pick up the rune. Kill me. Walks himself back off the lane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, mid tower, G is just going to be able to sit with the 2 points into the dragon's blood. He's got himself 14 health regen every time he uses the tango, so it's going to keep him pretty much on full health. And when the bottle comes out now as well, that should be enough. Meanwhile, bottom lane, it looks like Afterlife wants to try and make a move on gold. The right clicks as well as the death pulse might be enough. Gold, is he going to be able to get himself away in time? One more right click, not going to be enough from Afterlife. Meanwhile, Zayak does sit down here with the Nightmare. He's got himself an illusion as well, as Clockwork moves himself with the cogs into the mid lane. Top lane, Marana. No. The Clockwork is rotating around now. Zayak's there as well. If they can find a Nightmare, the Battery Soul is going to be coming out until LeBron. The cogs are dropped as well. Is there going to be a brain sap to try and finish this? It looks like they're just going to give the kill to kill me.
What time is
and now
it?
Rayx.
It's killing
Arrow
time.
flies through. It's going to be off the mark. And mid lane, G. Once again, he's not really scared about coming up and putting the pressure onto this mid lane tower. Just because of the 2 points into Dragon Blood, he's still got himself regen as well. And now G, just look at the Scream of Pain, does nothing. That was 3 points in that, and G sitting up on pretty much full health still. Meanwhile, top lane, Zayak tries to get the rotation onto LeBron. It's going to be spotted out by this ward, so LeBron just moves himself under the tier 1 tower. Kill me. Again, they are spotted out by this ward, so the Clockwork just needs to move himself back out of vision. Mid lane, the Queen of Pain did go back to base. It looked like she was burst down quite heavily by G. And now No Fear does move himself away. Top lane, are they going to try and make a move on this? There is a Nightmare available, but the Clockwork's standing himself away. And they probably need all 3 heroes with Rayx having the time walk to get himself away. Meanwhile, back in the mid lane, G taking a little bit for us. Undershock, trying to do what he can. The Sonic Wave does come out. He gets pretty low as well. The bottle, the blink forward. Is this going to be enough? And the stun comes out from G. Potentially saving his life. And now Zayak does TP in. The right clicks are going to be there. No Fear doesn't walk the way that the Dragon Knight was moving.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Nightmare. The cogs. Just push. Just push Undershock back. But he does have enough mana to blink himself away. And again, the bottom lane, Afterlife, just trying to put the pressure onto gold. If we take a look at the actual last, it's the Necrophos on the solo safe lane, sitting at the top. Meanwhile, mid lane, G just have the Dragon Form now. If they want to try and make a gank happen, or even push down this tier 1 tower.
Dire structures are fortified.
The haste comes up from the Queen of
Dire's
Pain.
middle tower is under attack.
Dragon Form is going to be used now. Is there going to be any follow-up? G just holding on to the stun. He's got the 1 point into the Dragon Tail. He even sees No Fear now as well.
Almighty money.
And this could be a waste of the Dragon Form, as there is 3 heroes hanging around in this mid lane. 4, if you count the Doom that's close by. Just dipping himself into the jungle for that Devour. Kill me, only level 3. So not going to be able to get anything to close the gap onto No Fear unless No Fear tries to roll himself back in. But Ryax, yeah, Zayak just walks himself up onto the lane. There's going to be the battery assault. The cogs do get dropped. The Nightmare's going to be there as well. The arrow flies through with Time Walk just in time, and No Fear even dodges out the arrow as well as it flies through. Time Dilation used, the boulder rolled in, and it's going to be onto the Mirana. Mirana, does he have a leap available? It does if he needs to use it. Get himself in front of Ryax and then get himself away, but the blink comes forward and the Scream of Pain used. Undershock finds that kill, and now Zayak could be in trouble. The Shadow Strike coming out. Zayak trying to run himself to the shrine. Killing is already there. He could pop it if he needs to. And now G. Back in this mid lane, did put a bit of pressure on, but he's not got the Dragon Form for the next 33 seconds, and a Dragon's Breath. Gets Undershock low. He's holding the blink for now, but the Rocket Flow comes in. It's going to be off the mark. And Necrophos Afterlife is having a whale of a time down here on the spot lane. Gold can't really come in close to do anything, because if he does, those 4 points in the Death Pulse burn him down real quick.
The prize is mine.
Mirana, top lane. Looks like the arrow was thrown. It
Dire's
might have been
middle
off the marker. It
tower
even
is
could have been a
under
creep that Shade was trying to farm up. That the Starstorm does come out though. A leap forward, a right click, even just the stray arrow should be enough to finish LeBron off, and he's juking and diving through these trees. He turns the cat around, and it looks like Mirana holds the arrow. It is going to be off the mark. And now with the Chronosphere available, LeBron is only level 4. Shade looking for the Chronosphere, does catch him just on the edge. Time Dilation, but again he does still have the leap. He just has a little bit of... Okay, he decides to go for the actual kill. Time Warp comes forward. And Ragix cleans that one up. Now, level 8 on the Necrophos. The Nightmare's going to come out. Is it going to be enough damage with the Reaper Scythe over the top? They are going to be able to secure the kill. Under Shock does get taken down, and now No Fear being chased down as well. He doesn't have the boulder roll for the next couple of seconds, and it's going to be Afterlife securing that kill. The tier 1 tower in the mid lane being pressured by Vega.
Middle tower has fallen.
So on the bot, the rotation comes in, and the Veil is pretty darn close for Necrophos. No Fear, no Reaper Scythe available. No Fear just going to be able to walk himself away. Meanwhile, top lane, the stun comes out onto Alohadan's courier. What's it brought in? Arax now finishes off the Aquila as kill me. What's he going to do? He's just hanging around the rune. He picks it up and just walks himself away. Level 4, so no hook just yet. 10 minutes into the game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
So Slayer needs to be careful. Undershock is there, he spots him up with the invis. Is it going to be a ping as the Necrophos does move him up? Do they have the actual vision to see out the Queen of Pain? I don't think they had the reveal there.
Radiant are scanning.
And now the sentry ward's dropped. Queen of Pain moves herself back in. This could be big if they find it. They're just going to be playing around. Nightmare's going to go. Arrow flies through as well. The Death Pulse and the Reaper Scythe. 40 seconds before the Queen of Pain is back up, and now Rayx as well as LeBron need to move themselves back. Dragon Knight does have the Dragon Form as well, so this could be a dead tier 1 tower on the top if G wants to carry on going in. LeBron TPs himself away. Arrow's just going to be a little bit to the
Radiant's
left.
bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Bot lane, no fear trying to do what he can. The smash from the silence. So 3 heroes pushing this top lane. Clockwork went back to defend the mid, and Bane on the bot to soak whatever XP he can find. 9, 9 and 7 on the 3 cores. Meanwhile, Slayer does have that hook now.
Rock it on.
Chronosphere is available, but Faceless Void probably doesn't want to be making a move with that just yet, especially with the Dragon Form still being up. Zayak has his level 6, he's about halfway through it, so he now has the Fiend's Grip.
Coin for me.
Slayer, the smoke comes out. This could be a big combination as gold does show himself to the creeps. Zayak, oh, the smoke's broken. There's going to be 4 heroes. The Fiend's Grip comes up, but there's the silence come through. The hook onto gold. He's going to be able to get himself away as Zayak. Looks like he is just going to be sacrificed. And now Slayer goes for the TP. Is there going to be a stun? No, not in time.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
So
bottom
DD
tower
are going to
is
be able to
under
push
attack.
in this tier 1 tower on the bot lane. They're grouping up as 3. They've got the Queen of Pain in the mid. Necrophos is pushing up the top though. So he could be able to apply pressure onto DD's tier 2
Radiant's
tower.
bottom tower is under
Nope, it's
attack.
TP'ing himself down. Does have the Reaper Scythe available if they want to try and make a move. Fiend's Grip is not there, but they do have the Nightmare. Chronosphere going to be popped. Nightmare. Is it going to be anyway? It's actually used onto the Necrophos as he find the kill onto gold, and now the time up comes out from Rayx, but the hate stream coming up from the Dragon Knight. Is he going to be able to pop his Dragon Form and go for this? The stun. He's going to try and throw out the... Oh, he's actually popped his Mask of Madness, it looks like. Or was he silenced? No, it was silenced. Okay, he doesn't have a Mask of Madness. He was actually silenced by the kickback from No Fear. It's only Rayx
Dire's
that's
top
building
tower
towards the
is
Mask of
under
Madness. The
attack.
Chain Frost does come out, but it only bounces up to Slayer and then gets cancelled off. Meanwhile, from the
Dire's
left,
structures are fortified.
Undershook is scouted out.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And G looking for the push. Is the Doom going to be used? It looks like G is just going to try and put pressure onto this tier 1 tower. The rest of Vega sitting behind. Arrow flies through. No one there.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Undershook goes for the deny, but isn't able to get that off. G going to be able to pick himself up the Arcane, which is going to be great next time he wants to pop that Dragon Form. It is up in the next 60 seconds as well.
Jackpot.
Time is money.
The rotation, smoke just coming out, being used by Zayak, I think it was, as Afterlife. Got the Reaper Scythe up. There's the arrow. The Moonlight Shadow can be used when they get themselves close as well. kill me. Walking himself up. Is he going to be able to see no fear as he just gets the hook? Behind the trees, the cogs are going to be dropped and he's kicked away. But now Zaya can go nowhere. It is Bane being revealed. It looks like the Moonlight Shadow wasn't used.
Allies disappear.
It's going to be used now as
Radiant
LeBron
are
hides himself in the
scanning.
trees. The scan comes out. They're going to know where Ryax is trying to walk himself away. Time walks himself out. Is there going to be a Florentine? Just can't get the cogs. Millimeters away from being able to push him away with the cogs. It doesn't matter. Afterlife sees LeBron. The Reaper sight comes out. Necro secures the kill.
Die young and leave a purulent corpse.
Bottom lane. The TP comes out. They might even be able to find Gold. He's looking for the TP away. One Starstorm doesn't have it off cooldown. And Gold luckily just gets himself away before a Dragon's Breath can come out. What's the actual duration? So it's an 80.5 second cooldown once you've got the Arcane Rune up. So 20 seconds down on the
Dire
Dragon
are
form.
scanning.
Let's take a look at the actual items coming out for the side of DD. Faceless Void does have his Mask of Madness now, no fear, going for the urn as well as a load of reveal. LeBron just using himself to basically play the ward support. Gold looking for the drums. Arrow comes through, hits onto LeBron. I think it was actually meant for one of the creeps in the jungle. And now Undershook, looking for what he can. Does have the blink as well as a DD available to DD.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But everybody on the side of Vega moves himself away. In fact, Necrophos as well as the
Radiant
Bane
structures
going to be putting
are
pressure onto the
fortified.
tier 2 tower top.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, Death Pulse
Dire's
as well as
top
the Heartstop
tower is
Aurora
under
should just
attack.
clean up this wave. Another Death Pulse and it's gone. And the tier 2 tower. Are DD going to try and move up to defend this, or are they just going to let it go? The tier 2 tower is going to take a fall.
Radiant's
As now there's going to be the hooking, cancelling off what looked like the Chronosphere, the jump up, the Silent Spell, and the Mask of Madness is going to be popped. The Chain Frost actually bounces around and takes down the Mirana. Dragon Knight, is he going to be able to run himself away? 3 kills go in the way of DD. Dragon Knight trying to get himself out, but he is doomed. The buyback comes in from the Bane, but it's all 5 heroes. The TP is cancelled. And now Dragon Knight is going to be taken down. Meanwhile, Necrophos
Radiant's middle
sitting
tower
pretty
is
in
under
the dire
attack.
jungle.
Dire's middle
I
tower
think he just
is
ran
under
himself
attack.
away as soon as that fight
Radiant's middle
started.
tower has fallen.
Coin for me.
Worthy tribute.
Afterlife. What's he gonna go in for? He's going back for the Radiance. Does he go for the Radiance then the Aghanim Scepter? He's already got the Veil up, so it is a decent amount of damage coming out from the Necro's Scythe. And Vega, they've just kept themselves grouped up as a core in this 3. Zayak, Aloha Dance as well as Slayer.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Chronosphere not available for the next 45. He does have the mana for it, but just not off cooldown
Dire's
just yet.
structures
Are they going to try and
fortified.
force something out where they can play around the cooldowns? Dragon Knight on the bottom lane. He's got his Dragon Form up in the next 20 if they want to try and make a push. And Zayak got the Fiend's Grip. He is level 9, so he has 4 points into the Nightmare. 4 in the Brain Sap as well. If they want to try and make a go for this, I could see Vega being able to get a good fight again while the Chronosphere is down, because it was the Chronosphere that did let them down last fight. Not being able to control the Faceless Void long enough. And the Chronosphere, it did actually turn that around with the Chain Frost bouncing back through, taking down a couple of heroes low.
Time is money.
The prize is mine.
G. Is he building towards the Shadow Blade? It should be coming out on the courier now. Yeah, he does finish that. And it just means he is going to be able to chase. It offers him a little bit extra escape, but the Earth Spirit is holding dust. Going towards that Force Staff now as well. No fear. Drawing the lines, as it looks like the Bane as well. Just circling around where he thinks the entirety of DD is, so he pings out to move back. The protection being pinged for the bottom lane tower, but they've already smoked up, so they could try and look for the gank. Afterlife is a little bit caught out, so is Aloha Dance.
Dire's bottom tower.
The rotation comes through, they're going to find the silence, the Ghost Shroud's going to go up, the Doom is going to be there, they're going to be able to find the kill onto the Necrophos. Not going to be able to run himself away, just tries to stand and do what he can, but it's just buying time for G on the bottom lane, as Aloha Dance is going to be able to get himself, or should be able to get himself to safety as G continues to push out this bottom lane. So 9 to 8 on the kills, 21 minutes in, Dragon Form still going, it's only about halfway through, and LeBron does come back for the defense. Buying so much time, the Chain Frost does come out, but there's going to be the Moonlight Shadow as well as the Shadow Blade, and it's not going to be in time. Excuse me.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The Earthshaker, what I was trying to say is the reveal will not be in time from the Earthshaker.
Perfect location.
For some reason I just couldn't get that out. Anyway, G, 4 points in the Dragon's Blood, the Breathe Fire, 4 points as well. 2 points into the Dragon Tail, so this is decently farmed. Dragon Knight. TP himself, but it looks like Aloha Dance could be in a little bit of trouble. There's going to be the Sonic Wave cast. It looks like the Orchid has come out now for the Queen of Pain, and the TP, but the Scream of Pain. And Undershook takes down Aloha Dance. Meanwhile, Afterlife. Taking a look at the hero levels, Queen of Pain is 16, the closest on the side of Vega is the 15 on the Necrophos. So now Slayer, he's not really been effective, he's 2-1-4, but I think he could have been a little bit better on the hooks, maybe looking for the roams. And I think Vega have just, they are going to try and go for a rotation gank now, maybe put pressure on the tier 3 tower again, but I think they could have been a lot more, let's say, about the place, looking for those kills in the early game. So Slayer leading the line. There comes the Dragon Form. Are they going to try and make a move onto the mid? As the smoke comes out from DD as well. Queen of Pain being used as bait. G does come in with the Shadow Blade now as well. Is there going to be a Moonlight Shadow 3-man Chrono? As it's going to be the Chain Frost bouncing about. If it bounces back into the Chronosphere, which it does look like it's going to do eventually, the arrow comes in. They are going to be able to find the kill onto Afterlife Starstorm. Are they going to be able to secure the kill on Doom? Zayak does go down, and it's going to be 2 for 2 so far. The Dragon Knight being chased down, and now Clockwork trying to do what he can, but with the Magnetize, Undershook does find it. It's going to be an ultra kill going the way of Undershook, and now the Moonlight Shadow trying to get Aloha Dance out safely.
Dire are scanning.
He picks the rune up right in front of Undershook, so Undershook knows there's someone there, blinks himself up onto the high ground, but there is going to be a shrine. Oh, could be popped.
Out of my way!
So Queen of Pain is top of the net worth with pretty much 11.5k. Building towards the Lincoln Sphere. That's going to be great for things like the Dragon Tail, the Nightmare, as well as the Fiend's Grip. Zayak gets the ward down. He sees the TP in as well. He's not got his Fiend's Grip for the next 36 seconds though. He was hoping, I assume, hoping that the Queen of Pain would walk down the lane, as Roshan has been started by Vega. to Roshan. It's going to be taken down pretty darn quick. Arrow flies through again onto Roshan just to keep him locked down. The boulder's going to come through, stuns onto the clockwork as well as the Dragon Knight. They know it's being done, but this could be a little bit too late. Necrophos picks himself up an Aegis.
And it's off.
Dire's middle
The
tower
push
is
comes in
under
onto the mid
attack.
lane. The tier 2 tower is going to
Dire's
fall,
middle
and the
tower
Dragon Knight
has
does hold
fallen.
that dragon form. For now. It looks like G... Is he going to go for... Oh, he's actually going to go back for the Heaven's Halberd, which is going to be great if he doesn't get caught out in that Chronosphere, which is the big ask. He needs to be away from that Chronosphere, but he's going to be able to disable the Faceless Void, especially when he pops that Mask of Madness, tries to go for the swings inside the Chronosphere. Dragon Knight could even try and outlast him. Necrophos sees the Queen of Pain, but the Queen of Pain is going to be able to get that blink away, and he just moves himself back into the mid lane. He does have the Aegis now as well as the Radiance. So consider that lane skipped. Necrophos, what's he actually trying to do? Is he just trying to play around his bait? While the rest of Vega sits behind. DD has been pushed into the tier 3s. It looks like, yeah, everybody on the side of Vega is content to just throw that slow siege. The arrow comes through, but there's not going to be anyone in the trees. Dragon form, Lincoln Sphere on top of that as well. Are they going to try and make a go of this as Necrophos tries to move over to the side? The Doom is going to be there, but the Force Staff back, and Necrophos, is he going to be chased down? The roll comes out, there's going to be the smash as well. The Chronosphere catches the Bane on the edge, but there's going to be the stun onto the Faceless Void. The Brain Sap as well. Does he have the Fiend's Grip? He is going to be able to throw that out, and Necrophos going to be knocking out No Fear for 6 with that Reaper's Scythe. No buyback on the Faceless Void as well as the Lich, but the buyback comes through from the Earth Spirit. Aegis has been popped, and now the racks have been exposed. G tries to get himself in. Doom going to be stunned up for so long. So Gold the Nightmare's going to be there, and GG is going to be called. Ryax says, you know what, we're done. 15 to 13, 28 minutes in.
Dire's bottom barracks.
No Fear disconnects, and DD have been knocked out of the CIS qualifiers for Perfect World. So, I've been Rob and Roll. Hope you enjoyed the cast. There will be a third game coming up in just under an hour. Let me check the schedule to make definite. What is that? That is match 12. Yeah, okay, so we're going to take a 50-minute break. I'll leave the stream up so you can just listen to some chill hop. You know, hang around. But I think there's like 3 or 4 streams on BTS going on, so go check them all out. You know, be back here in 50 minutes. But yeah, there's so many streams. Just go check out the rest of the games. There's so many qualifiers going on that we can't keep track of them all. But it is going to be Vega moving across into the lower bracket semi-finals, I want to say. But for now, again, just going to throw it to the splash, take a quick break, and come back for those lower bracket semi-finals. So I'll see you soon.